Hello everyone, this is RaySpace and welcome back to my RP-2000 career in Kerbal Space Program 1.12. I am here to test the flaws in this career mode, which I am trying to refine, and there are bound to be a lot of flaws because I just sort of took the contracts from RP0 and tried to make them work for a situation where we're going into the far future, and there's no guarantee that there's enough contracts to actually let us unlock all these far-flung things, whatever these mega structures are. 20-meter docking port, are we really going to be able to do that? I don't know. So I have to actually work my way through it, then hopefully I'll get some help. It's tough as just one person going through it. But short term, I think what I'm going to try to do is get to the drills. We do already have the scanners, so having ISRU would be great. And right now I can unlock scanning tech, so I'm going to do that. Though some of these are still non-RO, so I'll have to figure out what's up with that. But does the Sentinel telescope even need anything special? I mean, these scanners are just scanners, right? I mean, should I just mark them as compatible? Why is there like two? There's a KK1 and that one. I don't know. Anyway, since I'm working my way up here, I'm going to get that. And the reason why I'm getting the drill is because I want to test a contract. And in particular, there's one contract I actually made instead of taking from RP0. And that is the collecting ore contracts as a sort of sample. So here it says we need to launch without ore and then land on the moon and get ore. Now, technically, you can cheat on this and get ore from somewhere else. But what's really the point, right? I mean, practically anywhere else that you would get ore from would be harder than the moon. But as we go along, I mean, like if I say collect ore from Europa, then you could technically grab it from the moon, like on the way back. I don't know, whatever. But hopefully people will just stick to the rules of the contract. Anyway, but I need to actually see whether this bring back ore thing works. And then, you know, that's very lucrative. Eventually, it means that we can, like, pretend that there's some resource on the moon that we're getting and bring it back, or actually create that resource, some valuable resource from somewhere else, like on an asteroid, maybe some rare earth thing. So you can imagine that kind of contract if this works, right? Because I just created this contract for this. I don't know if it works, but in order to get the drills, we need more science. We need about 300. Now I've got this moon sample return mission being built, and that moon sample return mission is just the Science Junior, but that's science, so that'll help. And then we also have a Vesta flyby happening, and also a Jupiter orbiter. So those will get more science as well. So hopefully the combination of these three things will let us get enough science so that I can get the drill. And then I'll be able to test that. So that is the plan. And really the first thing we need to do is this Vesta flyby, because that's in 45 days, right when the moon sample return is going to... Oh, did I click seconds? No, we don't need that. Yeah, right when the moon sample return is going to do its thing. Oh, this Vesta flyby isn't actually the flyby. It's actually a mid-course correction. Anyway, we need to do that. And then I'll launch. So I'll do the correction, launch the sample return mission, and then the Jupiter orbiter, is that reaching or doing maneuver? That's just doing a maneuver. Jupiter orbiter does the maneuver, and then the Vesta probe will reach. So let's just work our way through all that. Let's jump to the Vesta mission now and see. It's got comms, we can see that. Let's see what else there might be going on with it. Indeed, we do have comms, and everything seems fine. We're even getting power and everything. It's pointing in the right direction, but these do rotate, thankfully. I need to put Pekka's plugin for thrust during time warp in here, and then configure a ion engine for that. Maybe I'll create a custom ion engine just for RP-2000, or a set of ion engines, so that people can use those. But maybe people just want to use the stuff from the near future or something like that. So, problem is those are already configured for RO, and I don't. Putting a patch over a patch is always a mess. So, all right, it's probably close enough. Let's see what goes on. Well, I'm sure turning to the sun is going to mess things up anyway. Probably out of the SOI, I should do something. And I'll create a maneuver outside of the SOI so I can deal with it a little bit earlier. Well, one side is probably going to have comms with Earth and the other side is not. So we'll figure that out when we get there. I'll say this side is the one that will, but I'm not sure. Okay, so that we have an alarm for. Alright, and we'll let this be for now. Alright, so this is the moon sample return mission, and I've noticed something that's a little bit odd about it. I guess some mod change must have led these to get clipped in, because they were definitely lower. They're on decouplers that, and they need to decouple off, so this is a very dangerous position for them to be in. Clipped into that tank. Yeah, this is a decoupler. Want you clipped in like that. I don't know how that happened. Let's not have that happen. Well, I think we might drop them before landing. I think we're gonna drop them before landing anyway, so we don't have to worry about them getting in the way of anything. Just need to make sure they don't blow anything up. Looks like it doesn't mind that I've made this change. The edits don't take any time. Okay, save edits. Okay, here we go. Throttle up, SAS on, and ignition. 9 Methalox engines, and go. So these are the SE-2200s, and then there's just one of those on the upper stage. Or on the second stage, I should say. And I wish I had a vacuum variant of it, but I haven't made a vacuum variant of it yet. That is just another sea level variant. But we do have a relative lack of super powerful engines. These aren't super powerful, they're just 1,600 right now, peaking out at close to 2,000. The lander uses MMH and Mon 3. But the stage before this stage is Hydrolox. And we do want that to capture it into orbit and maybe even start the descent. Okay, separation and ignition. And maybe we can try and get rid of the fairings here. Alright. Should have just about enough to make orbit. Oh, that plume is a little bit off. Well, this engine was never meant to be a vacuum engine though, but still. Shouldn't be off in vacuum like that. It's only 355 second ISP. Okay, well, as expected, we are deorbiting this. This has a decent amount of ignitions, and it's got a big nozzle. Okay, that's good enough, though lopsided. I didn't mean to do that. But okay, well, we've got there. Oh, yeah, we do have stage recovery if we wanted to use it, but I haven't used it. Okay, we'll go with this for now. It's taking a little bit longer to get there than normal, but that'll probably be alright. Maybe it'll be too much boil off, I don't know. Did put MLI layers on here, but there is still some boil off. Okay, and go. Okay, alright, gill rotation there. Let's see. Well, I don't know if I'd rather be on the opposite side, but we've got a nice little deal here, and hopefully we'll have communication. And let's see about the boil off, but we have double the amount that we need to get into a low orbit, so hopefully it'll be okay. Okay, we are in Lunar SOI. I think there'll be comms at our capture location. And we have plenty of Delta V still. I'm here just for the science. I don't know if there was a contract for a lunar sample return, but we can get a contract afterwards using the same mission if we want to. We'll just land somewhere else. So it'll be fine. And slowing the fuel down. And ignition. Alright. That's certainly a low periapsis for now. And I am going to use this stage again to start our descent for sure, because we want as much Delta V left over as possible. But where am I going to descend? Well, I want to be in daylight, communicating with our home planet. So around here somewhere seems like a good idea. Maybe as far as over here. We're right now just over lowlands. Let's see what biomes we have here. Oceanus Procellarum would be nice, but it's in the dark. I'm not gonna take a chance on that. I mean, the science doesn't take too much power around here because I don't have Kerbalism. Everything's instantaneous, so there is that, but I don't want to take any chances. So this is all lowlands or midlands. There's major craters here. This is a major crater. Major craters I could have done something with before. Some of this science could have been done with major craters, but I'm not sure. I think we could probably manage it, so I'm going to mark that as where we want to go. And everything will be in direct communication with Earth. Taking a chance on that either. So here it should have a direct line back, even though it's not using it right now. This engine still has 7 ignitions, so I'm going to have it do a descent initialization burn and then start our descent burn as well. We'll have that fire at the same time like that. And hopefully those tanks don't blow us up. Okay. Ignition. Oh, pretty vigorous there. Okay, we'll decelerate by 700 meters per second in 41 seconds, so... Let's see, that's in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. I think we can get closer to it. Yeah. We are still 21.5 tons. Just tumbling along here. Let me give it some up pitch relative that vector just in case. Okay. Ignition. There's no real throttling on this. I hope the next stage is not too long. It could be a little while. Alright. Go. Well, the target difference is coming in, but not very quickly. But it still seems like we would hit this crater. Hopefully not too hard. Okay, let me make sure these are draining. That is not. We might have enough fuel to actually touch down with them, but I don't think that was my intention. I forget. But it's so close. I don't know if I want to risk that. I mean, the engine won't stop, it'll just start draining from this one. So, shouldn't be too bad. Well, we are now on final descent. Anything I should be doing here? Does not seem so. Okay. Let's see if I can dump them. Ooh, they went somewhere else real fast. I don't know. Oh, okay. I think that I saw the decouplers fly up, and then that's what got me, but alright, well. We're intact. Gently. Oh, don't tip over. Gosh, everything wants to tip over on the moon, I swear. Okay. Well, we might as well have recovery. Keep. That one we can just transmit. It's full value. Oh, surface hydrogen scan. We might as well transmit it just in case something horrible happens. Okay, yeah. If we get full value just by transmitting, we might as well. That seismic scan we keep. Gravity scan we'll keep for once. Pressure scan we'll actually keep. And I did not action group the material study that we keep. Nor the goo container. Keep. Okay, we've got another goo container that we'll do on the way up. I think that covers everything. Should be a good bunch. Right, so now we have 4,000, which is more than enough to get back to orbit and transfer back to Earth. So let's go, I guess. See any problem? We could do another hop. Let's just keep it simple this time, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Up. Up. Gosh. These things. Okay, we are in orbit with a whopping 2,367 meters per second left. Well, it's really about whether it survives entry. Alright, there's Earth. And ignition. Okay, heading home. Moon back there. Where's Earth? Earth's there. Well, before I forget, let me just pack everything up. No guarantee it's not all gonna blow up as a result. Well, no, stop. Will this be enough science? Will we be able to unlock drills and start our ISRU career, I guess you could say? I could use the 1,555 to slow down here, but I want to see whether the heat shield is something that will prove to be enough. Okay, I'm gonna arm the parachutes right now. Let me just see about the info. Seems fine. Time to ditch the stage. Okay, off it goes. Off it goes. Alright. Hard is fine. We are a 1-ton little probe here on this heat shield. Let us hope it's alright. We are in the atmosphere. Ooh, it's glowing and the stage is exploding. Got glow. Also got a lot of RCSUs. No, don't turn around. This is the right direction. Well, go ahead and use as much RCS as you need to keep steady. I guess we need more at the bottom. Otherwise trying to flip around a bit. The parachutes, I guess, must be a little bit heavy. A lot of science packed up there. Well, we will come straight down. No skipping out of the atmosphere or anything like that. A blader should be fine. We've got plenty of a blader. Just the fact that it seems to be trying to flip around is a bit of a problem. But the Valiant RCS has managed to hold that. Probably this is just because there's some imbalance between all the instruments. Something like that. Oh, he certainly carried way too much MMH and Mon 3 on this. He's been firing the thrusters the whole way down, and we haven't used half of that. Well, we are splashing down here. Okay, recover. Normal recovery. We want that science. Don't care about anything else. Alright, 308.3 science earned. Our total science is 541.3. And if you know the tech tree, you know that that happens to be just 9 short of what we needed for the next for the science that I was trying to get. Gosh darn it. Just a little bit more and I could have unlocked it. Well, I'm sure we can take care of that very quickly somehow. Maybe just with one of the probes I already have out there. Sure, even the probe that I just brought back, there was something I could have done. But yeah, either something out there or we just wait for Jupiter Orbiter 3 to do its thing. Or, sorry, Vesta. That's just mid-course correction. It's probably the Vesta flyby we would have to wait for. I think I would like to get something a little bit quicker. We could probably build one of the sample return missions again and get some more samples from the moon from a different biome, but I don't want to do the same mission over a second time like that. It'd be nice to fit it with a drill instead. For now, I think I'll leave it here. We did a lunar sample return mission. Always nice to do one of those. And we got a lot of science. But I'll ponder exactly how I want to go about this for the next episode. We could just rack up some more science with more of the lunar sample returns. It's probably the easiest way to go, but do I really want to do that? That's my problem. Anyway, with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.